as facebook.com/tutorialcentralsc2.
And while we're at it, follow at Starbow Mod on Twitter as well.
To find out all of your Starbow needs and wonders.
Indeed.
So,
okay, go ahead.
In the bottom left-hand corner of our screen, we have the pink Protoss, the one who's one behind, trying to make a comeback here. In this best of 3, it's Wonkman.
It's a good thing you said pink, because I was on the wrong side of the map, mixing up left and right.
And on the bottom right-hand corner of our screen, we have the blue Dirtybag, because, you know, that's what he is. And there has to be some sort of appreciation for that, because, you know what, this is, you know, I'm a Dirtybag, so I will label myself as so. I'm going for that early supply depot. Now, supply depots, good or bad? Zephyus?
They're usually good. They can be bad.
Usually good.
Usually
okay.
good. Yeah, this is kind of a weird unit, because it's one of those units that's sometimes both. And that's really, really rare, actually. I think we can all call ourselves Dirtybags if he takes this one away, because he's been playing fantastically, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, just really good positioning, really great engagement. His mechanics are on par. He just always seemed to be one step ahead of the Protoss player. And one base ahead for the most part as well, which is a bit weird. I mean, because like the other games that we saw today, the Terran was behind on bases when playing mech. But you know, in this case, Dirtybag's like, you know what, I'm gonna go mech. I'm also gonna have more bases than the Protoss and better tech and also better production. I'm gonna have all of it actually. That's what I want.
The one thing, in all seriousness, the one thing that Dirtybag really does right is that he always makes sure that when he turtles, like when he tries to slowly expand, he goes for drop, he goes for roll to run, but he always stays active on the map, tries to do any damage he can versus his opponent, while a lot of other Terran players in that situation, Artosis, usually just sits at their bases and just slowly expands and turtles and like waiting for the pros to take the entire map. So Dirtybag does a really good job there.
I think that's to me, that's one of the biggest advantages of the siege tank, is that it allows you to, with just a few units, control the space and defend your base so that you can go out and do drops and vulture run-bys and things like that. Is he gonna get a kill? Oh, he does get a kill. Wonkman, first blood. Pulling it off in the very beginning with the first blood. That probe's got a kill. That probe has done well and is going to, you know, be promoted quite soon off of the disciple rank.
I'm applauding the probe on top of Mosquito. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to do some talking now.
Okay, talking is something that I know how to do. Fortunately, it's also in English, which is my native language. Despite the fact that sometimes it is seemingly otherwise, seemingly the other way. We have the Dragoons coming out. We have the Dragoon range, and it looks like, you know, we're gonna have another factor expand like we've been seeing before. Hopefully, Dirtybag will show us some more of that genius mech that he showed us last game. But the map is a little bit. I shouldn't even say a little bit. I think the map is very much different from the Noah's Ark map. So we should see a significant amount of variety of play from that fact. A lot less choky and rampy, as is said by most players. Oh, almost has this. I really love that trick where you want to get on the ramp. You set up your units on the ramp just at the area where they don't have vision. So as soon as they move up to have vision, you get killed off. But just barely missing that vision advantage. I don't know if it's different in Starbow. Are you back yet, Xavius? Can I ask you that question?
I'm back, and I'm seeing. I was kind of saw chat for a second there. Are we on the front page of Twitch? Is that what they're talking about?
I certainly hope so. That would be wonderful.
It looked like we are. When I did send them an email and ask for it, and they did say they were going to do it. So hopefully it has happened.
That's really nice of them.
And if you play the Cepheus drinking game, you know you don't have to use alcohol. You can use other beverages as well. Just saying.
Absolutely, you could use some coffee and decide to be super stimulated instead of super, you know, the other way down. You can use, you know, coffee instead. You can also use, you know, tea or water. You can be super hydrated. You know, you can use this game as a source of your, you know, renewed health. It could be wonderful.
Oh wow, that is Spider-Man. That was a very interesting display of skill though, because Dirtybag is actually trying to defend without siege tanks and without a bunker, just Spider-Mans and vultures, and we very rarely see this. and he did it. He did it very well. It's very micro intensive, but it's very cost effective as well. So if you're really really good, which Dirtybag is, you can actually pull this off, which is kind of cool. I'm gonna
really cool.
go ahead and update the brackets, it seems, because it's been updated, but I have to approve the update, so I'm just gonna have to do that real quick. But I am on dual monitors now, so I can do this without.
I think we're gonna add to a special part of the drinking game where if Xephius mentions anything about the front page of Twitch or dual monitors, you have to take a drink.
Probably.
Whatever it might be. I'm playing the hydration game. I'm gonna be drinking water whenever that happens. So I'm gonna be forced to be more healthy and hydrated. It's really tough. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make, you know, for the good of the show.
So I couldn't see there if we are on the front page of Twitch or not from the. Okay, I'm gonna stop now.
All right, take a drink. Everyone, take a drink. All right, here we go.
Some big pressure from Wonkman though. Let's focus on this game here for a second. And
finally, the siege mode is done. What a great defense, man! Just like you said in the beginning, pulling it off without tanks, getting the siege tanks up, and getting the siege mode up just in time. Having a real hard time with those 4 dragoons, but pulling it off, really nice micro, and you can see maybe an economic lead out of this. I'm not 100% sure though. It seems that it's about. Oh, never mind. Dirtybag's got the worker lead in a major way, so very nice about.
Every time you said, you know, just like you said, oh, you were right, I just feel a little bit inside of me gross, a little bit. I guess it shouldn't, but it does. But we have 3 very suicidal dragoons now going to move out. Okay, good, stopping on the bridge there. Don't want to get any much closer than that. 2 dragoons to follow. If we get enough dragoons, it could be more than suicidal. But there's 3 very well positioned siege tanks. I think he wanted to have one up on the ledge though, but
yeah,
still.
I was gonna say, I was like, this ledge is just screaming siege tank to me. But like, oh, I would love to have a siege tank.
But the Reaver is gonna come before the ring of missile turrets will be done. I think if he keeps moving, he just gotta keep moving. Just keep moving. It's like the little train that could. Come on, there we go. And yes, he's gonna start taking down the ring of missile turrets. That was just barely not good enough time for Dirtybag. So there is a.
Wonkman made it just in time. Really great play from him. He's going to be trying to pull this off. Siege tank in a good position. There's a lot of area to micro in this base. So he's going to be doing quite well.
Oh, don't go too close to that missile turret, man. Oh, he likes his red war prisms. That's right. Never mind.
That's right. You know, red is the color that is better than blue, so he wants to see the blue shields go away and red to be there.
That's true. It makes sense. That's why we have this crazy good probe in the mineral line there on the natural. So
yeah, that's the 1 kill probe, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Oh yeah.
Still working, man. That probe is a hero. And he's gonna try and go for the natural here, and there is too many missile turrets. Bad English. There are too many missile turrets. That was an example.
There are indeed too many missile turrets, and you even have the spider mines in between them. This is like really cool. It's like, I'm gonna make it look nice. I have a missile turret, and then equally spaced out. I'm gonna have spider mines in the middle, and just for some asymmetry and some feng shui, you know, we're gonna have the star part off to the side, and an idle SCV for a bit of flavor. Now, the missile turrets this season are coming in the nice blue color, and we'll be defending off the pink war prism with relative ease.
It looks very nice. It does. It's kind of like knitting. I feel with the.
Yeah, you know, exactly. Whenever I think of StarCraft, I think of knitting. I mean, am I alone on this one? Come on, guys.
No, not at all. StarCraft
Tell me in the chat.
Goes hand in hand.
Do you do it? You do. We have a bit of a scouting expedition going on by Dirtybag, making sure.
Oh, and here comes the drop. He's gonna just go for it. He loves dead war prisms as well, but this Reaver actually might kill both of these siege tanks. Oh no, almost. Wonkman
just caught the tail end of that. I thought he was. Thought death was about to befall them, but he managed just to hold on.
I think Wonkman is a little bit too anxious to do damage right now. His opponent is only on 2 base. He doesn't really have to. Like, that Reaver could have been used defensively to just hold off later vulture pressure. Reavers are really good at that. So, it just felt a little bit suicidal, to be honest.
Well, he's got his opponent on the back foot, though. He has been making these aggressions. Maybe it's a psychological move or not, but Dirtybag has not moved out during this time. And he's holding him back, and he's got a superior economy as a result. Will that be able to convert him into winning? We're going to have to find out. It looks like he's gearing up to move out here. All siege tanks out in the front.
I just realized Wonkman could have maybe rifted out that Reaver, but the chant points out that he probably didn't have 50 energy on. No, I think he did. Both of his nexus are full of energy. He could have rifted that Reaver out.
All right, here we go. We got the Dragoons. Oh god.
The Dragoons are coming in, and we have Dirtybag sieging up, and the Dragoons just have to pull back. Reds,
yes.
the greens. Yeah.
Like I said, the red Dragoons. Oh yes, very many Dragoons. We're coming in there, and they'll be attacking.
Dirtybag is actually going to get a very safe third base up. That was super quick and easy third base. How to get a third base up versus Protoss without any struggle whatsoever? Just watch.
Especially on this map, like look at the walk distance into that third.
That was crazy good, and he couldn't. Yes, this is the backside or whatever. This is the bad part about this is that these Dragoons now can circumvent these siege tanks and go around here, but definitely going to shut down that Vulture Harass. That's for sure. Is he going to ruin the knitting pattern though? He might ruin the knitting pattern here. That's too bad. This is aesthetically pleasing. The Feng Shui might come and bite him though.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Interior design and StarCraft as one today on Starbow.
Definitely. That is what Starbow is. It's a mix between StarCraft 2 and interior design.
Yeah. So, yeah. Everybody knows that. I mean, that's how you make a good RTS. You have to include interior design. But yeah, so he's got this really nice setup. Lots of siege tanks, all spread out in good positions to defend. That counterattack angle from the bottom that the Dragoons tried to go on is shut down now. He can't come in that way. And he's on even bases with a meching Terran, which, from what I've learned, doesn't seem to be the greatest of positions to be in.
True is that. And people are coming online. Right now, Dirtybag is a little bit more inactive when it comes to harassment than he was in the last game, and Wonkman is in a better position, I feel, than last time. Ooh, taking a lot of damage there. What happens, though, let's just point this out, when you have two Spider-Mines this close together, they both blow up at the same time, and one actually kills the other, so you want to space them out more. That's why they don't do so much damage. Okay, here we go, he's going to try and move in here.
Nice wide arc is going to take down some of these tanks right in the beginning. The response from Dirtybag is coming. Eventually.
That county board, man, it just takes forever. So he's going to go in and take the third base in the meantime, and this is nice, forcing the lift off, maybe even going to get the base. There's a couple of Spider-Mines there that is going to do a little bit of damage, but Wonkman in a much better position this game than he was in the last game. And he can even use the Imba Rift to get out of there if he gets caught, because it is in a little bit of a tricky position there, which is easily surrounded by Dirtybag. This orbital will live for now, but it is burning. But there's a horde of SCVs and a missile turret there to help out.
Yeah, really nice use of positioning there. He poked around, he found the weak point in the tank lineup, and he exploited it. So,
yeah,
good job for Wonkman on that. He's up in supply, and he's getting his next base, which is towards his opponent. Is that a normal thing for
not at all. Not versus Terran. This is really odd. I don't understand this. Because he can really easy, he can even put siege tanks right next to his knitting pattern there in his main base, and to support and just put a couple on the low ground and start firing away. And it's going to be really difficult for Wonkman to hold this, to be honest. So, but man, Wonkman has such a huge force. Now, how is his technology here? He's got double Stargate. He has no Arbiter Tribunal, no Fleet Beacon, so he has to start. He wants to build some air units, but he doesn't have any tech to build anything but Sentinels and Corsairs, and you don't want that. But he's going to attack with these Zealots here, getting a really good connection there.
With the Zealots here, lots of splash damage being used against the tanks, and really big advantage here as far as army supply goes. The Zealots have been cleared out now, and the tanks are just starting to do work. A lot of things being killed in on the rally, though. This is looking really bad for Dirtybag. Losing a lot for a little, not the preferred way to be doing things. And he's going again up to that third to do some more damage to it.
It's a very nice place for Wonkman. He finds the holes, he finds the exploits, and he has that observer with him to kill all these Spider-Mines. So it's just going to buy him time. It's not going to do any damage right now. And Dirtybag is really struggling. Only 48 army supply, and he's going to drop. That's very, very bold. He's got a big army on the front door. Like, I'm going to bring. No, he's just going to reposition his units with the ground troops.
Yeah, forces this siege up, defensive position of the third, goes into the natural, keeping things mobile, and trying to find the weak points, you know. And I feel like that's a big part about playing against tanks, is finding the correct angle to engage on and abusing the lack of mobility that they have when they're sieged up.
And that was a very interesting thing you just pointed out. You know, he's pressuring the natural, forcing this very defensive line way into the main base, and now he can go around and kill the third because now they're so far away to defend that. And ooh, I think that photon can actually kill the dropship because Dirtybag was not expecting a base right there. So that's actually did pay a little bit for itself. And the vultures come into the natural, but he has a very nice rally there right in front of his natural. He didn't rally to the middle of the map, so he can very easily defend with units. And he's going to go into this base instead. That is conveniently placed in his retreat path.
Yeah, but looks like all these vultures are going north to this area to drop some mines, I guess, or they're like the lookouts. They're like, all right, is anybody coming? I think we can attack a little bit. I don't think anybody's coming. Hey, this is an interesting. I mean, he must be looking elsewhere. He's just been hanging out with these vultures in the base, not really doing too much.
Wonkman says, "I got this game," and expands in the middle. That's pretty BM kind of. Well, not BM, but it's pretty much saying I won this.
It's aggressive.
Ever gonna? Okay, he has the Arbiter Tribunal now. He's eventually gonna get. Okay, there we go. Arbiters. That's what the double stargates were for. The tech was there, but it just needed some patience. These vultures could do some damage though. Actually, Wonkman isn't particularly responding to this in any way, shape, or form, except for moving your probes around. Okay, there we go. The Dragoons are gonna move out. In the meantime, though, he's gonna attack the natural area. Oh, kills the science vessel again. I think we've seen a repeat of last game here.
Yeah, absolutely. The science vessel not being has been a little bit of an issue for Dirtybag.
I think it's more like of a signature move than it is a strategic move. It's like, this is what I do, man. I sacrifice science vessels at the 23-minute mark. It's my thing. So yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna try
that's how you know it's him.
Yeah, he's gonna try and reinforce his defenses between his natural and his third base, which I think is nice. He can't really deal that much damage to his opponent, but he can try and keep his third base safe for the 5th time, something like that. Yeah, he should stay fairly safe there. Wonkman has to commit a lot of units to kill this, and he might just do that because he got such a bank, it's crazy.
Alright, we got 5 siege tanks up in the north. We have a command center attacking, giving vision. I was like, the attack of the command center! Oh my god, it's killing
charge! Oh, wow. You know what? This might be Dirtybag's time to come back, though. He's actually on 2-2, and he actually has more supply than his opponent, because his opponent is sacrificing a lot of units right now. And could make the same mistake.
Oh wow, nice engagement there. He's gonna hit this Archon, I think.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Dirtybag is well, his tanks are very red too, though. His blue tanks are becoming a red army of his own. But he is doing a good job now. Wonkman has to queue up a lot of units and a Nexus, and he's just gonna A-move Dragoons into siege tanks. Not usually a good idea, but yeah, still not a good idea.
He's got the concave here. He might be able to finish this off. It's going to be kind of difficult.
Oh,
Storm's really important here in finishing this off, making a big difference there.
Dirtybag is actually still ahead in supply somehow.
Absolutely, man. His macro is off the charts. He's been really pushing out all these siege tanks and vultures.
Nice EMP there from the science vessel. There's actually a new ability now in Starbow with the Observer that makes it untargetable. No, that's not true. It makes it so you have to manually target it to fire on it. It's a temporal ability. Oh, nice stasis there. Gets it to be spaced out siege tank. That was actually very carefully placed, that stasis. So
he's got this push going on here. In the meantime, Wonkman is taking 1,000,005 bases, also known as 5 bases. Whenever you want to exaggerate, just put 1,000,000 in front.
You had the right last digit, so
that's what it's about, really. I mean,
yeah.
The last digit is the important. That's the one you remember, right?
Yeah.
In a list of things, what do you remember? The last thing. So what are you gonna remember the most out of a list of digits? It's gonna be the last digit.
They're conquering modulo 10. That's important. Anyway, so
yes.
A lot of Zealots gonna come down here, and these knitting pattern mines might just do some damage. Unfortunately, they're not. This is gonna pull back. There's a lot of SCVs for Dirtybag just randomly sitting on his potential 4th base. That's a lot of SCVs.
He's got 89 workers, Dirtybag does.
Yeah, so that's
the potential for income for him is absolutely crazy.
Indeed, especially in Starbow. And Wonkman is staying on that gateway tech, but he's adding on those high-tech arbiters, and that's going to make life so difficult for Dirtybag. The arbiters cloaking any unit under them, only ground units, no buildings. and it also has that stasis ability and the recall. Every single ability the Arbiter has is a pain for a meching player. Please close the gap. No,
we're making the move.
Oh,
He's going right into here with his Arbiters, his cloaked up army. He's attacking into this base. It looks like he's going to be able to pull it off. The missile turrets trying to do work, but they don't actually get to kill off the Arbiter at all. SCV's running away. A lot of them managed to come out. Some of them coming back like, oh, I need to return this gas.
He
like,
stasis all the SCVs. Oh wow, that's better than time warping a mineral field, I'll tell you that much.
Did that really just happen?
And you know how bad time warping a mineral field is, you just told everyone on YouTube, so...
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all, actually.
No, but this matters though, stasising workers, man, that actually does some
Stasising
damage.
Workers.
He's gonna make sure they all die, we'll see. This is so weird to watch, okay, let's see this.
This is an execution right here. This is, you have been taken prisoner, and now we're going to finish you.
I want to see the execution, I'm that kind of a
Prepare
person.
to die.
I'm there in the audience when they...
Look at, they still made it out. They're completely surrounded. 3 of them survived.
Not bad, not bad. And Dirtybag sneaking a base there at the 12 o'clock position, that's really risky. He's actually sneaking a lot of bases that Wonkman doesn't care about or know about. Mostly
Yeah, well, he's behind in bases. You know, when you're behind, you got to make the risky plays if you want to. Oh, almost killed off this zealot that is going to go scout his base. Yeah. So close.
But this base though is giving him a lot of mineral income. The top right one. So Wonkman definitely with the army lead like crazy, but Dirtybag still has a nice income. Yeah, they're about the same on income. So if he just stays alive, and Mech is actually really good at staying alive.
I've noticed that. Actually, Bio too. I think
yeah, Bio seems to do an even better job, to be honest. Is he gonna go an EMP a little bit here? He's got enough energy for it. Come on, Science, let's even do it. What are you, chicken? Okay, there we go. No, he's not doing it.
But yeah, as far as the incomes are concerned, they're actually pretty even, but Wonkman's got a huge lead as far as gas income goes, and that's really hurting Dirtybag's ability to get anything done. You notice in the bank, he's got 3K gas in the bank, so any amount of tech that Wonkman wants to pull out, he can most certainly do it.
Yes. And he calls down a new SCV to finish that command center. Really, really cute use of the call-on SCV mechanic there. We got
cool.
The group, the boy band of zealots going around spanking the missile turrets there. They're on a tour, I feel. Look, and they're going to the northern parts of the lands to sing over there and spank some more, so that's good.
And here we have a sort of impasse. Good, good positioning from both players. 2 big lines. No one wants to go through the choke.
Nope.
It's about who's going to make the first move here.
And Wonkman did mine up some of these minerals though, so Dirtybag taking this space now, it's not going to be as effective. And the boy band is now killing this. Okay, there's 2 boy bands now actually, and they're both doing a lot of damage. Which boy bands usually do. One Direction.
Yeah, that's right.
Terrible,
damage to
damage.
the ears. Yeah. Damage to the souls of
Are these
humans.
hallucinated probes? What is going on?
I don't see it.
Wonkman made an army of hallucinated probes in the in the middle base. Can you hallucinate probes? It says
you
they're
can definitely hallucinate probes.
No, they're what? Why would you? Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Again, this group of zealots killing Dirtybag pretty much. Oh, recall!
With the dragoons. That recall being huge right here.
He's
running
recalling
into some of the mines a little bit hastily, but overall, going to be working out quite well for him. Takes that base, and Dirtybag's in a really tough position right now. That was his main source of income, and it is now gone.
You're gonna have to keep talking a little bit. I'll have to be quiet.
I can absolutely do that. In any case, what that means is that Dirtybag has to A, make a huge move, or B, somehow sneak a base. He has decided to do both of these things, and is moving his entire army up to the north side, as well as taking a base. Maybe he's going to drop some SCVs, not 100% sure. He sees the base in the middle. He's going to make a move on it here. No siege mode, just using the regular tank mode, coming towards the middle. Around the left side is the Protoss player coming around, trying to do something with it. The siege mode is going to be in time.
Losing a lot of units there to the mines. I can talk again, by the way. Just not so loudly, apparently.
I talk too loud.
That's okay. My kids can't hear you, so that's quite alright.
Good to know. Good to know. The microphone is really far away from him. It's a loud human.
Yeah, I just use a headset, so. But this position from Dirtybag is actually staying, it's holding, it's whittling down, but he's probably going to take this middle base, and like you said, he's going to ninja this base on the top here. So Dirtybag is clawing his way, he's going to stay in this game quite a bit, and we've been seeing this in Starbow over and over again. Finishing a one game is really, really difficult, and some people may say that's kind of bad because the games get long and drawn out, but one of the reasons we have we want that to stay in the game is that it opens up for comebacks. And,
absolutely.
And that's an
the
important
one thing,
part of
though,
this
is that while that army was up there dealing with that base, like, the entire production of Dirtybag was really vulnerable. Wonkman not able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, he could have recalled in the main very easily there, but he chose not to. Oh, he's just going to lose more. He's losing Dragoons to Spider-Mans. It's been the story of this game, to be honest. But Dirtybag actually cleaning up the boy band there. No, it's not a boy band. And I hope it's One Direction, and I hope it dies. Yes, it does. Oh, great back there. So, yeah, nice. Crushing some dreams
Starbow,
from
also
teenage
known as Zephyus, cathartically killing off boy bands in his mind.
Definitely the same, pretty much the same thing. Okay, 2 arbiters. They're gonna be stasising 1 siege tank and a vulture. Yes. Okay. Hopefully there's gonna be a recall. Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice recall here. Just taking a lot of hits from the siege tank.
Oh, huge stasis on the
wow,
ramp.
what a stasis!
That's so important.
Not only does he take these tanks out of commission, but he also blocks the ramp at the same time, making defense impossible. Great move
That's
from Wonkman.
force field. That's what you call force field. That's actually some skills force field. Okay, not BMing on StarCraft 2 or anything. Just saying. Okay.
Wait, that's gonna have to be a part of the drinking game.
Yeah, I think so. Every time I make a subtle hint that Starbow might be better than StarCraft 2. Yeah.
Right.
Wow, Dirtybag has actually been able to keep this northern base hidden from his opponent for a long time now. And he's somehow, with 10 workers, staying in the game. That's incredible.
80 supply to 176. If he pulls this out, it is going to be the miracle of Dirtybag, and we're going to have to start, I don't know, a fan club of epic proportions as a result. This whole Protoss Battalion is going to be going over, checking to see, okay, is there a base here? What are we going to do about it? And again, like I said before, this production is wide open. Whenever he decides he wants to do it, he can move in and kill it off. But we have the base race, conundrum over here. Does he defend or does he finish it off as a base race?
This
He's going
is a
to
very
defend.
good position from Dirtybag, though. I kind of wonder how the fans of Dirtybag would celebrate him, considering his nickname. Would they, like, get all
Fill
dirty?
bags with dirt and, like,
Yeah.
throw them at cars.
Here we go. The epicness is about to happen. The whole army Wonkman walking in there, and he's gonna stasis his own units as well as his opponents. The EMP happening a little bit too late, and I think Dirtybag's got this engagement at least. I'm not gonna say he's got the game because Wonkman has definitely a better economy than his opponent, but he's gonna have to walk out of this. He's gonna have just very sad Dragoons getting off of.
Actually, I think all these siege tanks are going to die from splash damage in a second.
Well, that's true too, and here comes more units, and he can't see these units because the science vessels are stasis, and he's not scanning.
Oh, wow.
Wow, nice comeback.
That's a really rough situation. It looks like Wonkman is going to pull this off. That's the end. Dirtybag has no army left. As much as he would like to micro his way to victory, he has no units to micro.
Very, very little income to support any production. No gas at all coming in from Dirtybag, and finally making some gas over there now, calling down any ACV he can. Wonkman kind of confused and like, where does he get his money from? But some vultures actually going to do some damage to Wonkman, who's retaken this base. This base has kind of shifted owners quite a bit. This is one of those neighborhoods where people move in and out quite a lot.
Yeah. Or like a fast food chain, a lot of turnover, people quit, new people get hired, no one ever develops any expertise, that kind of a thing.
That makes sense because Protoss makes a really mean cheeseburger.
Yeah, cheeseburgers, indeed. We got some serious micro issues going on from Wonkman. Dirtybag is just staying in the game? What? He's building 3 vultures at a time.
Yeah, this is...
I know that he's good, but...
Yeah, this is it.
I mean...
Not to
what's
call the
going
game
on
early or
here?
anything, but this is just not happening. And why
I
is
know
Wonkman...
hidden bases are good, but yeah, there it is, the GG.